Okay. All right, we are live. All right, we should
live.
let's check it. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, right? And then now we're gonna hit the Instagram.
The gram.
Boom. Hopefully everything good. All right, let me check the TikTok here.
Oh yeah.
All
Maybe I
right.
can check.
I see we got
Facebook.
somebody just joined on TikTok. I hope we look good, sound good.
Let us
Everything
know
good.
how we sound.
Who is this? What is this? I do not know. All right. Let's get back out here.
Sound good on Facebook.
Facebook good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. TikTok. All right. Come on. I don't know. I can hear the music.
Let me see. I'm looking.
All right, yeah, it's good. We good on
We
TikTok.
good? Okay.
You said everything else is cool?
Yeah.
You sure?
I didn't check YouTube.
If Facebook cool,
I think
then
it's all good.
we should be all right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We're fine.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So I think we are good to go. Thank y'all for joining everybody on TikTok. Know what I mean? If you are on the other platforms, we look forward to seeing y'all. All right.
Yes.
We're going to have a good show as always.
Show your
Okay.
face.
That's it. Kim,
Yes.
get in the middle of the frame. You see yourself off to the side a little bit there. If you can get yourself, we want you centered up. Am I
in the center now?
Yeah, you can just
I feel
turn
like
it.
the mic.
You can turn it. There you
Okay,
go.
there you
Boom.
go.
See?
I'm like,
You
I
a-
feel like I'm not. I don't know. I think I favor the one side more.
You a pro if you didn't know. Now, you know what I'm talking about? You are getting there,
Yes.
Kim. So yeah, we are in the building. And I guess, let's just go ahead and pop off.
Let's get it.
What you think?
Let's get it. I'm
Okay.
ready.
You ready?
Ready.
All right, let's do it. What's up, people? Welcome to Quit For What. I'm your host, Ramon Jamal.
And I'm Kim B.
Kim B is in the building, y'all. So we are back for another episode of Quit For What.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? And lately we've been starting off with a little something.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Kim B,
Yeah.
what you got for the people on today?
Well, today we're gonna do the word of the day.
Word of the day on the
Yes.
day. All right.
And today's word of the day
Mm-hmm.
is execution.
Execution.
Okay.
Execution.
Execution.
The good execution,
The
right?
good
Not the bad execution.
No, we don't.
We don't do that.
We don't do that. Well, for execution is turning plans and ideas into action,
Mm-hmm.
implementing strategies effectively to achieve desired results.
There you go. That's it.
And I have an example.
You go ahead, Kim. What you got?
I have a couple, but
You can
we do
share
one or
them.
two.
We here.
All right. So, just to give you guys some example of execution, number one, launching a podcast series
Mm-hmm.
with a clear schedule and consistent episode releases, showcasing dictation and providing valuable content regularly to listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is implementing a strategic marketing plan to promote the podcast across various channels, researching a wider audience, and increasing listener engagement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you one more.
One more for the road.
The third one is collaborating with the industry experts, successful entrepreneurs, or influential figures as guests on a podcast, adding credibility and diverse perspectives. Sorry, y'all, I'm tripping up.
You good?
To the content.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically you can use that word, you know what I'm saying, in just anything, right? It's
Yes.
not just podcasting.
No, it's not just podcast.
Anything that you want to do. You got the idea, but you got to do the planning and all that, you know what I'm saying, be strategic,
Yes.
right? So you got to get it all together, but then you got to execute that,
Yes.
right?
Once
So-
you put the plan down
Mm-hmm.
and then execute.
Can't just talk about it, you got to be about it.
Be about that life.
That's what's up, Ken. We appreciate you in the word of the day.
Yes.
All right. So listen, y'all. We just gonna go ahead and get into the topic of discussion, right?
Okay.
So there's something big that's going on around the world right now.
Yes.
And that is the Olympics. Okay. So I don't know, Kim, have you been watching any of the
I only
Olympics?
got to see one, the gymnastic one.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. Like,
It was good.
I was like, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
can I do that?
Right.
No, how she? No, didn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only got to see the gymnastic one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard a lot of people talking about the others, and I found it pretty interesting that they added something else to the Olympics.
What you talking about? The breakdancing?
Yes.
Right.
I was like, what? That's a sport?
I mean, you think about it. You got to be physical enough.
That is true.
And, skilled. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into being, doing breakdancing.
But do y'all remember, like, way back in the day? I mean, how you used to be in your basement or up in your room when your people come over and everybody trying to do the latest break dance.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah. You gotta think of some of them moves, man. It take a lot of energy. You do a head spin and your neck ain't strong.
Right.
You're gonna break your neck.
Or that snake.
Listen. I'm just saying, it's not, it's not easy.
Right. You got to be flexible.
You got to be strong.
Yes.
You got to build up that, that endurance, the energy, the strength. You got to do a lot.
That spinning, make you dizzy.
Listen, you got to know how to control that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Spin, fly off the stage or wherever you got to know how to keep that in control.
Yes.
But anyway, what's up, Libra Love on Instagram? Thanks for joining.
Libra
Thanks for joining.
Love.
So yeah, y'all. So we're gonna talk about you think about the Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that they go through some intense training, some obstacles, some setbacks, all kind of stuff, right? So this is Quit for What? So I think that it applies. I think that we can use some of these stories to encourage us to keep pushing through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think it's fitting. Right?
Absolutely. I think that's I'm glad you brought that up because those are really good examples of reaching your goals and setting goals for yourself, accomplishing your dreams,
right?
And never giving up.
That's it.
Seeing it all the way through. So I think that was a good idea.
So look, I'm gonna tell you, my sister Crystal King, she I was working with her earlier today, and I told her that I'm gonna be talking about the Olympics, right? So she's really big into the Olympics. My wife watches the Olympics, so they were excited that we're going to talk about certain individuals who persevered, and now they're competing.
Yeah, there's a big name out there who really went through some challenges.
Right. Maybe we're going to go through it and let's see if it's one of the ones that I got on the list here. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, so my sister Crystal, she sent me a story about somebody, right? So I might butcher the name, but it's a good story. Okay. So it says, basically it starts off as, this is an incredible story coming from the Paris Olympics. Okay. China-born Zheng Ziying, okay, is Zeng Zhiying, right? So I believe I'm saying it right, but if not, my apologies. But Zheng was regarded one of the best table tennis players at the age of 18. But when the rules of the sport changed out, so it changed out the two-sided paddles, her game was thrown off, right? So I don't know about the game of table tennis, right? It's also referred to as ping pong.
Ping pong. I was going to say, ping pong?
But that's the thing, though. We in the Olympics, so we can't call it ping pong.
It's probably not. Yeah,
it's table tennis, right?
Table tennis,
right? But I'm thinking because you know how you see like those paddles and it's like soft or like that cushion on both sides. So I'm thinking they took it. Because I think when you do the regular paddle, you can like flip it, right? But I think maybe because it says it's one-sided. So that could throw your game off. If you used to like flipping it, you know what I'm saying? Or hitting it, doing the backhand and you know what I mean?
Right.
And they switch it up, then that can be a challenge, right?
Right.
So anyway, that's just me speculating on what happened, right? So it said it threw her game off, right? So again, she was 18, right? So it says she retired from table tennis at 20 and eventually moved to Chile, right? It says, in fact, in 2000, she got what she called a real job and completely stepped away from the game, right? And it says then during the COVID pandemic, she bought a table and started playing table tennis after 20 years. Okay. She got back into it after 20 years. And now at 58, she made her Olympic debut representing Chile.
Oh,
what an inspiration. Never say never.
Yes, that's amazing.
Come on.
Yes. 20 years?
Listen.
Most people game ain't, the same as it was. But she got better.
Listen, you think about it. It says that she bought a table and started playing. So you know what I'm saying? So she had to put in probably, I'm thinking, a lot more effort than she did when she was younger.
Well, you got to think too, during the pandemic, everybody was out for like a year.
Yeah.
So if she was doing something with her time, not just sitting around doing anything, she got back into what she loved doing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. So it's like, think about that, right?
And she 58.
Right. So think about, like I say, we might pause, we might pivot, but we don't give up, right?
Right.
She paused. That was a long pause.
Long.
But she still got back into it.
Right.
So I would say it's never too late. It might be a little harder later on in life, but you can do it. It's possible.
And it probably came back to her like riding a bike.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But that's probably, and if you love something that much, you're going to see it all the way through.
Oh, yeah. So
I kind of wonder, did she get discouraged?
Well, yeah, that's what it said. Because of them changing the paddle, right?
Isn't that crazy?
To one-sided.
One situation caused a 20 years,
Yeah, a pause. Or hiatus,
right?
What do you call it, right? So yeah.
But then she came back swinging.
Literally,
man,
swinging. Yeah,
that's right. Amazing.
So that's a very inspirational story.
Yes.
Right. First off, we do want to try to encourage people just to not give up in the first place, right? But if you get so down that you really want to take step back away from something, it's still not too late. You can still get back into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's up, Destiny Chaser? Thank you for joining.
And that tends to happen to a lot of people. A lot of times some things happen, life happens.
Right.
You got to push it to the back burner. I was watching this show, America's Got Talent, and this mom, is an older lady, but she always loved to sing.
Right.
But she was raising a family. She couldn't really get back to what she loved until after everybody was grown and out the house. And man, when I tell you, she should have been back in the day, like she should have been in your list of something. This
playlist.
Lady, I mean, she sung so beautifully and it was amazing, but she had to be in her 60s.
Right.
You would never know. And she didn't even look it. She looked like she could have been in her 40s.
Yeah.
She looked amazing and her voice was still amazing.
That's awesome. You just made me think of something, y'all. We're going to get back to the Olympics, but I just posted a video. My mom actually did a showcase here in my studio.
And that's another one. And Your mama.
Right. And I posted a video of my mom performing one song. And right now that video got like over 1,300 views.
Wow. And your mom can sing.
Right.
She's a hidden gem.
But she's not giving up.
No.
You know what I mean? She's still going. So I think, I get it from my mama.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Hey, Mary.
You're right. All right, y'all. Let's get back to the Olympic stories. Okay. This is someone I know that you all know, right? All right. So, the title of this discussion is Olympic Perseverance. Okay. Stories from the 2024 games. All right. So, I'm horrible with names, but is it Sha'Carri Richardson?
Yeah. I don't know if it's, I thought it was Sha'Carri Richardson, but is it?
It's Sha, S-H-A.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew how her first name was pronounced.
Yeah. Yep. So Sha'Carri Richardson, overcoming setbacks. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So it says, after missing the Tokyo 2020 Olympics due to a suspension, Sha'Carri Richardson secured her spot in the 2024 Olympics by winning the 100 meter title. I'm horrible. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not into sports. At the U.S. trials. All right. She showcased resilience and determination to return stronger.
Man, big ups to her, because she really showed that you can definitely, no matter what the situation is, and there are challenges, but you can come back even 10 times stronger. Even like the last person you spoke of, how they had the little setback because they felt discouraged.
Right.
But then they came back a lot stronger than they were, even stronger than before. But sometimes when facing different adversities and you really want something, your passion is going to supersede everything.
That's it. Yeah.
And both of them showed, just having the passion or the drive to do it.
That's
what it takes.
So, just adding on to that, it says Richardson's journey emphasizes the power of perseverance and believing in oneself despite public and personal challenges.
Yes. And she withstood a lot of she had a lot of support, but she also caught the backlash, on her situation, but she didn't let that stop her.
That's it.
And that's amazing.
And you know what? Like, the reality is I don't know like every detail of that story, right? But I'm going to say, even if it's something that a situation that we may have put ourselves in, right? So something that we may have done to cause the setback, it still doesn't mean that you should just give up.
And we're human. People don't forget that you're a human being. We all make mistakes, or we all may take a turn down the wrong road when we should have made a right instead of a left.
Right.
But what do you do when you make a right or left? You turn back around and go back the direction you wanted to go in, right? That's the same with life, with your business. If that didn't work, you try something else.
That's it.
Just don't give up.
Don't quit, y'all. That's it. All right.
No quitters here.
Not at all. Not at all.
Take it out your vocabulary.
I know that's right. All right. So the next name, and let us know, Kim, if I know you said it's a big name that earlier you was talking about.
But that was, you just mentioned
that was
her,
it?
yeah.
Okay, I figured it was going to be, you know what I'm saying? So the next one here is someone else that you all are going to possibly recognize. It's Simone Biles, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. A- on Quit for What? That's right, my brother. All right, so let's see. So Simone Biles returned to the Olympics, okay? So after prioritizing her mental health during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Simone Biles made a triumphant return in 2024, winning multiple medals and proving her resilience and dedication.
Yes, and she looked good doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
She did that thing.
Right. So think about that. Like multiple medals.
Yes.
Right? That's 4 years. Okay? What does it say? Just stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure she was still in the gym.
Right.
Doing what she had to do to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
She faced a lot too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And just think about, we talked about mental health, what I mean, and whatnot. Whatever you got to do, you know what I mean? To get assistance with that, because we all struggle with things.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Important.
Yeah, you gotta talk about it and get whatever help you need to just to assist with
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm starting to see a lot more people beginning to getting help.
And not being ashamed.
And not right. And then people got to get away from that stigma like, oh, well, because you got help, just something wrong. That does not mean some of the best people you know out here in the world have gotten help that they needed.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything's wrong. Again, you're human.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff we go through that people don't know, right?
I've even acquired about getting some.
Yeah.
Just not a psychiatrist, but what do you call it? Some kind of
therapy
therapist.
sessions.
Yeah. And the lady who I was working with, I mean, she's great. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just somebody who can hear out those thoughts that are causing those mental, you know, shutdowns or whatever you want to call
stresses,
it.
Whatever.
Now you have you can get it out versus
keeping
it bottled up, and then next thing you know, you're snapping.
Right.
So yeah, talk about it if you know.
Yeah, that's it. So again, y'all, you know, doing what you got to do to make it happen. This is a good example of that. Okay.
Yes.
So it continues to say Biles' journey highlights the importance of mental health and the strength needed to come back stronger.
Yes. You
know what I mean? So yeah,
man, I'm excited for them. It's so nice to hear about stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and that's what we're here to do, y'all. You know, motivate, educate, and inspire.
Exactly.
Right, and it's not just for the viewers; it's for us too. Cause
yes,
you know, for sure, right. All right, so let's see here. Amir has made a comment here. All right, let's pull it up. All right. So it says it's bad for your physical health as well.
Yeah.
Healing is a process.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It's
it
a
sure
journey.
Is. Yep. And I think like I said again, a previous episode we talked about you got to get your mind together before you can get anything else together. Really,
right,
you know what I'm saying? And you know, so yeah, right.
Yeah, mental, and I agree with Amir too. Your physical is also important.
Yeah.
Keeping yourself up, making sure, you know, if your blood pressure's up, you need to do something about it. You know, or you're not feeling well, or sleep, rest, all those things are important.
And it works together.
It does.
It all works together.
And when you don't, your body will let you know.
Right. So yeah, you got to think attention. Yeah, get the right information to take the right steps to do the thing that's going to help you feel better, and that's going to help you feel better physically, and then it's going to in return help you feel better mentally, clear your head.
Exactly.
It's a whole
thing.
Yes, yeah. Yep. So cool. Thanks for that comment. All right. So the next individual is Caleb Dressel. Okay. And this says overcoming personal struggles. All right. Dressel faced immense pressure and personal struggle after his success in Tokyo 2020. Right. Despite these challenges, he continued to train and compete at the highest level, securing more medals in the 2024 Olympics.
I like when you said that, you know, he went through some personal struggles, because a lot of times those personal struggles create so many setbacks if you allow them to. But just, you know, this is something minor. You know, I can get through this. I can do this. You know, I have to keep going. Those personal setbacks can be something, but as long as you're determined, you ain't gonna let them personal setbacks get to you. They're not gonna stop you.
Right. And just thinking about, you know, it mentioned personal setbacks. I don't know what those setbacks were, right? Or personal struggles, right? Personal struggles. And that just goes to show, like we all have struggles. We all have personal struggles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you look at people like, oh man, they're so successful. Like, you know what I mean? Like he made it to the Olympics. Like, you know, some people start thinking about their pockets, right? How much money this person got or whatever it is. When it comes down to like your personal struggles, the mental, all that stuff, like that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You know, what level you're on, how much money you got, none of that. That doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Right? It can cause you to have setbacks.
People tend to think just because somebody has money or they won It does not mean that they don't face adversities. A lot of it can be that type of stress where, I won. Now the whole entire world is looking at me, and then everything's good at one point, and the next thing you know, the pressure.
Yeah.
And I think that they don't teach people that enough. Preparing yourself for stuff like that when you're in the process of doing it and you've gotten that far.
Yeah.
There should be a preparation. Just remember, when you do, be prepared for these are things that could possibly happen. So you're not, caught off guard or bombarded to the point where you just hiding out in your closet and all kind of stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So we got my sister Crystal has joined us. All right.
Hey, Crystal.
Yeah, she said, I wouldn't mind having the perseverance of an Olympian. By the way, have we talked about Butch Reynolds?
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
You know
what? So listen, and that actually, Crystal, thank you so much for mentioning that, because I was actually thinking about speaking about Butch Reynolds in this, right? In this show here. And I will say, okay, the 30 for 30 documentary on Butch Reynolds is very good. Okay. It took me some time to get a chance to sit down and watch it. But once I did, that story is awesome. The things that he went through, the challenges, like feeling like you have succeeded, and then it's just pulled from you, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pulled from beneath you. And it's like, man, I don't want to give too much of the story because it's a lot in it that you wouldn't expect. Okay. So I'm just going to say, y'all need to watch the 30 for 30. Okay. And it was produced and directed by Akron's own Ishmael, right?
Okay.
Ish, right? And I spoke about, the fact that some of those scenes were filmed in my previous studio. So I was able to get, to witness, the production of it. But with all that being said, listen, look it up. 30 for 30, right? Butch Reynolds story. And it's called False Positive.
Where do we find this?
So look, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to look it up, because I don't know if we watched it. I'm horrible with that. I don't know if it was on Hulu, it was on Netflix.
Okay.
I want to say I think it was Netflix, right? But y'all need to watch it.
Might be able to catch it on Amazon.
Yeah, I think it's. But you look it up. It's still being shown.
Okay.
It's actually going to be shown. It's been in the film festival, the Cleveland Film Festival.
Okay.
And it's going to be shown somewhere else coming up soon here.
Yeah.
Crystal said she bought it on Prime Video.
That's what I was thinking. It probably was on there.
Yeah. But listen, y'all, it's good. It's really good.
Check it out.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. All right, so let's go back to Dressel, right? Oh, there they go. The wife done chimed in. So 30 for 30.
Oh, it's on Hulu too.
Yeah, 30 for 30 on Hulu. That's what it was. Like I said, I didn't know. I wouldn't. The wife control all that. I didn't know if it was Hulu or Netflix or what. Yeah. So, all right, y'all, check it out. Okay. All right, so let's get back to Dressel. Okay, I don't think I mentioned this part, but it says Dressel's perseverance showcases how dedication can lead to continued success, even in the face of personal issues, right? I don't know if I read that part, but, perseverance and dedication, right? So you got to be, first of all, find what it is you're passionate about.
Right.
Just really be dedicated to it.
Right. And I think really at the end of the day, we talk so much about it, but that's what it is. Just keep going every day. It doesn't matter what you do, because we talked about this before last week. Like, you could start off one way, but the more and more that you keep doing it, the better and better you'll get. You may not even see it, but if you go back and look or watch, the progress you've done, you can see, the progress that you made, from where you started, then where you end up, and then who knows in the future, you know?
That's it. That's why you don't give up, because you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. All right, y'all. So this next name, I should have looked this up, but it's I believe it's Sha'Carri, and it says Miller, and it's UIBO. Okay, Miller Uibo or Ubo. Okay. All right. We're going to leave it at that. Okay. My apologies because I'm not good at the names. All right. So the story behind this is the Bohemian sprinter battled significant injuries leading up to the 2024 Olympics, right? Despite the setbacks, she recovered and competed, securing a place on the podium.
Wow.
Now listen. Okay. Significant injuries leading up to the 2024 Olympics, right?
Yeah.
So we think about, the different things that may happen to us along our journey, right? So we trying to do something.
Right.
A lot of things happen, right? Your car break down, whatever it is, right? That can make you feel discouraged, right? Now I know you like, we made a way,
right?
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and just thinking about physical injuries, right? Yeah. So think about, there are times where things just happen and it's like, man, am I like not supposed to be doing this?
Yeah, you kind of question yourself, like maybe this wasn't the sign, or maybe this wasn't, I just jumped in and did it, and that happens a lot.
Right.
When we start questioning ourselves.
Yeah. So those type of things can have you, feeling like, man, I'm about to it's over for me, basically, especially something like this. Right.
And you got to think they've been doing this for years. And most of the time when you have those thoughts, you ain't been in the game for years. Yeah. Maybe a few months, and I went through that.
Yeah.
Feeling like that, like, dang. And I asked myself a million times.
Yeah. like, is this what you're supposed to be doing?
Was this what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm not sure. Yeah. I was praying, asking God, like, give me a sign.
Right. Because I'm saying those type of things can make you feel.
It does.
You done got that far. Now you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So don't let it get you down, people. Nope. All right. So my sister here, Crystal, got a comment. Training for a marathon taught me how to create a plan and follow through with it to reach your goal. It is spilled over in other aspects of my life, not just athletics. Right. So that makes me think about the word of the day.
Execution. That's what I thought.
Right. So, the word of the day is execution. Right. But the examples you talked about, like basically structure.
Yeah.
And planning.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you got to be able to, step back and put the right things in place to be able to execute.
Right.
Right. So, yeah. And like you said, training. Right. So along the way, there's going to be different things that you're going to learn because you are training or practicing for the final event. Right. So yeah. So that is awesome. I mean, I'm just thinking about so much when it comes down to training for a marathon.
Well, yeah, when you think about everything they've been through, like you're like, I don't think I've been through enough.
Listen, I mean, if you think about pacing yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're training for something, and you have to learn the right pacing to be able to make it through the full marathon, right?
Right.
What kind of shoes am I going to be wearing, right? You might get some shoes that you think going to be the ones, and them might not be the ones, No,
I remember when my son wanted to run track, and the coach had the parents come up to the shoe store because this particular shoe store had like a little track in there. And this is how they fit the students for their shoes. You get a pair of running shoes, and then you had a pair of New Balances. But the New Balance was to help, depending on how your feet were. That's how he was able to you need to get these. These are more supportive.
Right.
This is what's going to help you become successful.
Right.
So you probably went and got them Under Armours.
Right.
That wasn't it.
But again, y'all, it takes, planning and then working through whatever it is, right? There's a lot of different parts to it.
A lot.
To build you up to that final race.
Yep.
So yeah. Got to do the work, people.
Got to. Put that work in.
Right. All right. So back to Miller. I'm sorry, the name. All right. It says the story highlights the importance of resilience and overcoming physical challenges to achieve greatness. Okay. The importance of resilience. And I know we talked about being resilient, a lot just in business.
Yes.
Because that's basically what we talk about here. But these stories can, help us to keep that in our minds on whatever we're doing.
Right.
Just like Crystal said, it spills over into other aspects of your life. Right. So, yeah.
And that just comes from being consistent, and it's just like second nature to you. They say if you create a habit within 14 to 21 days, it just becomes second nature. And it's true.
Yeah.
Very true. When all you got to do is start.
Just start.
Keep going.
You're going to get better and better as you go.
Right.
All right. So the next individual is Noah Lyles. Okay. So this says Noah Lyles, mental health, advocacy, and success. Okay. This says Lyles, a sprinter for Team USA, has been open about his struggles with depression and anxiety. His advocacy for mental health combined with his athletic achievements in 2024 inspires others to prioritize their well-being while pursuing their dreams. Right? And that's, we touched on that just a little bit ago. I know Amir spoke about that, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Now, we got Amir, who is a silly guy. I'm not going to, he's saying something. That guy's wild there. Anyway, there probably has been Amir. All right. So, yeah, here again, he's been open about, it says his struggles with depression and anxiety, right? And he's an advocate for those different things, right? The mental health and whatnot, right? But just the fact that he, struggles with that, and he speaks on that, right? Like we were saying earlier, being okay with talking about it, right? Not letting it, just get bottled up. Not be ashamed of reaching out for help.
Right.
So by him being at the level that he's at, he can actually get the message out there to people, right?
Advocate for it.
Yeah.
And that's just an important thing. I've seen or I've read stories where people who they were always the listener, but never would get the help for themselves because they feel like they had to either always listen or try to help fix someone else, when all in all, you need help yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're struggling. You're probably struggling because you're focused on everyone else's struggle but your own.
Yeah.
And it's okay to take a back seat for a little bit and get you together where you need to be. Because a lot of people have, people that love them. Got to get it together.
Yeah. The therapist. Right?
Yeah, therapists need. I've heard of therapists getting therapy.
That's it, for sure.
Yeah, because
nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes. So Lena Lee got another comment here. She said, Lyle's story is inspirational because he is such a charismatic personality on the track. And you would never know he suffered from depression.
Right. Yep.
And that's like, listen, so that makes me think about is Robin Williams, right? That's
the comedian.
Yeah. Man, like that right there, just like you would have not thought. You know what I'm saying?
And I love him.
Oh
as an
my
actor,
goodness,
man.
Me too, man. Like, my favorite movie was Popeye. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just don't know, but it's speaking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting the support you need, right? Yeah. And whatnot. So the fact that he's doing that is awesome.
Yes.
Right? Because being on that stage, that platform, again, you can reach more people with that message, and they are looking up to you as this strong athlete who's suffering in that way. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And he's not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah. So, right. And that's Minus says, who counsels the counselor, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. And he mentioned Mork from, I think it's Mork and Mindy, I believe it was, with Robin Williams. I believe that's what it was. I remember that when I was a kid. That show. Yeah. So it's just, again, we never know, but take the steps needed to get over whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's really, what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If it's physical, whatever it is. I mean, the young lady prior to this had to go through therapy, physical therapy, right? I'm sure, to get back strong.
Right.
But she had to do what she had to do to get to that point, not just be like, oh, it's over.
Right.
So. All right, so back to Lyle's. Lyle's journey emphasizes that acknowledging and addressing mental health issues is crucial for long-term success.
Absolutely.
So that's basically, what we've been saying here. Acknowledging it and addressing it, right?
Yeah.
So, some good stories,
and
y'all.
It feels even better when you can finally talk about it without...
Get it out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can talk about it in a way that now you're talking to the people, and if it kind of it's even more of a release, I'm finally talking about it. I don't have to bottle it in, and it feels like you just released.
Yeah,
that's
it. All right, y'all. So the next individual is Allison Felix. Okay, transitioning to advocacy and success. Okay. Felix, a legendary sprinter, transitions from being a full-time athlete to an advocate for maternal health and equity in sports. She continued to compete in 2024, showcasing her ability to balance advocacy and athletic excellence. Right? So just thinking about that, right? You choose to be an advocate for something. There's going to be people that are going to be against whatever you are for.
Right.
So that's going to be a battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that right there can cause stress.
Right.
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 And then you could think about giving up one or the other. Right. Either I'm going to stop, reaching out for this, being a athlete, or I'm going to stop being an advocate for this thing, So like it said, she showcased her ability to balance advocacy and athletic excellence.
Right? So she did it too.
But it still is this, like I was saying, it's a balancing act. You got it, So, yeah. Hey, Cash Cray on TikTok. Thanks for joining. Again, so all of these stories, y'all, are really helping us to see, like, if it's mental, physical, whatever it is.
But like you said before, it's sometimes it's everything. You just got to be able to separate them and still focus on your goal and be able to, address, not separate them in a sense where you're forgetting or pushing it to the side, but sometimes, depending on what it is, and you put it in the category, okay, let me just start here and then work my way through whatever it is that I need to work through.
Right.
And sometimes you got to take your time in certain areas to get through it. So, you work on one thing at a time, because part of it's your healing journey, whatever it is you're doing, so.
That's it. It made me think about what Crystal said. You gotta, put it in the right, perspective of how are you going to get to this end goal. All right. And then you got to train and work towards that.
Yep.
So yeah. Cool.
And if you can't figure it out, get yourself a life coach. That always helps.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say too. Like you need that support system.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I know there's times that we talk about, support systems. It might not be in your household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might have to go out there and find the support that you need, for whatever it is.
My preference has always been out. No one related.
Yeah, no family.
No
family.
relation.
Right.
None.
Yeah.
We need to talk about some things.
Right.
But it just helps with somebody that doesn't know you personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it just basically,
but it doesn't matter. It could be anybody.
Whatever you get, what
somebody.
you need. Right. Get whatever you need. All right. So this says Felix's multifaceted approach to her career serves as an inspiration for entrepreneurs to pursue multiple passions and make a broader impact. And that's wow how they loop back in the entrepreneur part of that. I want to speak to that, but I see Minus gave a comment here. So let's say I'm gonna pull this up here. All right, it might be somebody else out there that might be able to help you. So he says, y'all have any suggestions for life coaches in Akron? Right?
Wow,
that's a good question.
Yeah,
that's really a good question.
That is a very good question.
Because like we said, you think about, you might want somebody that's close by,
right?
That you can actually sit down and talk to,
right.
Go have coffee with, right? Versus just being on Zoom or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Right.
In person helps. I know my coach, she was online though, but we, had regular sessions and it went really well. So if you can't find them locally, I used that one website.
What?
Fiverr. I think it was Fiverr's how.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
I got like some suggestions and I just looked at, their references or whatever, their information on there, and I just picked one and it worked out. So,
there you go.
Yeah. So if you can't get it locally, there's people all over. You might have to do a few Zooms, but I take a few Zooms
over nothing.
Versus nothing.
Yeah.
So it's out there. Just, you know.
Yeah. So I know you got what is it? Fiverr and there's Upwork.
Yeah.
I think it's another one.
And there's one other one, and I cannot think of the name of it off the top of my head, but when I do, I'll let y'all know.
There you go. Cool. So I'm gonna just go back over Felix right here, right? Felix's it says Felix's multifaceted approach to her career serves as an inspiration for entrepreneurs to pursue multiple passions and make a broader impact.
Yes.
So, and I know that that's something that we've talked about. It's like, we have, because I know, especially for me, right? It's like I got different passions, different things, but I think that we need to get that the first thing that we really are passionate about going good enough before we start doing the other things, start branching out, right? But it's possible. Okay. So, like I said, about, this, Allison, she may have felt, and I don't know her story, all the way through, but she may have felt that, being an advocate for her cause, but, really being able to get it out there, her position as, an Olympian, again, really helps her to be able to spread that, right?
Right.
So again, I would say we need to focus on our biggest passion, get that to a level to where we can be like, okay, cool. Now this is going good. Now I can, you know what I mean? Push for other things. That's just my thinking on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. There are some that can do more than, one thing at a time, but some of us need to just do one
Yeah, focus on that.
Get that done, then get into the others. It's always gonna be there.
Right. And I had to. That was again. That's for me because I had to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
This is it right here. Oh, this is it. I could do some other things here and there,
right?
But not try to make everything big all at the same time. Like that's not going for me.
Right.
Okay.
It's okay to crawl before you walk.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I'm giving that example. It's okay.
Yes.
To focus on the one thing and then reach back and do the other things. Right. So. All right. So look, we got a couple more here. So this next one is I want to say Tamara Mensa Stock, I believe it is. Okay. Overcoming tragedy and excelling. Okay. So the wrestler, and I'm hoping again the name, I'm saying it right. Wrestler Tamara, okay, faced personal tragedy with the loss of her mother.
Oh.
Right. But continued to train and compete, winning gold at the 2024 Olympics. Wow.
Yeah, that was something, and this did cross my mind a little earlier. Grieving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, still, we already said this before, it's okay to get help. Because your way of thinking that you're grieving, oh, well, I'm just going to do this and I'm over it. Sometimes you don't even know that you're grieving or not dealing with that pain or that hurt, and you're not letting it out. You can just keep working and keep working and keep working. Some people, they snap because everything is just so much and it compiled on everything, and you haven't took the time to grieve for whoever passed or maybe the situation that you're going through or whatnot, So yeah, that getting the help that you need is so important.
Right. So I think it's Tamara, I believe. I don't know if I said it that way, but that right there, man, like, woo. Again, I don't have the full story on, what she actually did to make it through that, right? Because that would be very helpful for people to know
how they got through.
Right, how she got through it, but still we're talking about the fact that she did,
right?
You know what I'm saying? She still pushed through, right? And that's just wow. All right. So this one, another part of it says that her resilience in the face of personal loss demonstrates the power of perseverance and dedication. Right. I would say, yes, it does display that. But again, I really, that story is something that I feel could really help an individual. Right. So I would love to really know how she got through it.
A little
more detail on that, right?
Exactly.
And that's even something I might go back and just look into. You know what I mean? Because I think it's it's something that could be beneficial.
Absolutely.
For someone else who might eventually go through something like that. You know what I mean?
I don't think people talk about it enough, especially with entrepreneurs. A lot of people just throw themselves into their work instead of dealing with those obstacles or those challenges or grief. It's just like me work. I've seen people work like crazy, like they don't really take a breath sometime, and it's like, do you ever stop, smell the flowers along
smell the roses?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's consistency, and then on top of that, when you do that so much, it wear and tears on your body. So you're still not taking care of yourself,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Mentally, now it's affecting your physical because you never got the help you needed. So
I know I've had somebody tell me to stop and smell the roses, right? But I don't know. I know I talked about this before. I'm happy when I'm doing the things that I'm doing, right? So it's like I feel like the most part it's like I'm always smelling the roses,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But I do understand that you need to take time out and relax,
right?
Like step away all the way from the thing. you know. And you know, I'm looking forward to doing some of that.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say that I've really done it. Like actually like no devices, nothing, just like really logged off.
Check out.
One of these days, right? We're just gonna just shut everything down, you know.
Check out.
This is where we go. This is where we gonna be. If you need to get in touch with us, you can call the front desk.
Right, exactly. Not my personal.
Right.
You won't get an answer.
I'm not answering none of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got Minus made another comment here. He said, life is all about balance.
Right. Absolutely.
You are correct. You are correct.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
So again, you know, I just, like I said, I'm not there yet. But one of these days.
Yeah.
You know. And I think too, you know, maybe I even feel this way, right? It's like I got to get to a certain point before I can do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not saying that's probably not the best way to be about it.
I don't think so.
Somebody help me. Like I said, it's not just for y'all, it's for us too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree.
One of these days, people.
He
like,
gonna do it.
Look, like we say, so we talk about quit for what and being consistent and not missing no Tuesdays, you know, but we can always have a pre-recorded show.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, so.
But you just figured out how you can do
that's
it.
it. We do
a pre-recorded show.
We just figured it out.
And
live.
take a vacation.
That's it. You know me, I'm like, I can go live from the Bahamas.
Right.
With the, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're not supposed to be working. Sitting there thinking about the show. Hey, can you go over to the studio and make sure that I press play?
No, silly. Oh man. Anyway, all right. So let me get back to this these stories here. I believe this is the last story, right? We got a few minutes left.
Okay.
Okay, so we made it through. All right, so this one is about Sky Brown. Okay. It says the British Japanese skateboarder continues to inspire with her youthful energy and determination. Despite being one of the youngest competitors, she faced injuries and setbacks with a positive attitude, returning stronger in 2024. Man. Now listen, we talking about skateboarding?
She probably had a lot of injuries. I'm sitting here, my elbows hurt just talking about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when it comes to something like that, they probably practice how to fall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they practice how to, how to take a fall.
Have you ever watched YouTube videos with the skateboarders?
Oh.
And them I can't even get through a couple of the accidents without feeling like
you know, it's kind of graphic. I'm not gonna talk about, man, but I'm telling you, I done seen some. Ooh.
Man, but here's the thing, they might get hurt, but most of them get back up and do it again.
they gonna get back on that board.
They're gonna master it. They're gonna figure it out. And that's one thing. If you ever seen a person skate, they don't get it, but you keep seeing them try over and over and over again. Even after they fall, they get back up and do it again.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need some elbow pads, knee pads, helmet, all of it.
All that, gloves.
Yep. Extra few layers of clothing.
Bubble wrap.
Exactly.
Just everything.
Just everything.
But again, that goes to show you that if you are trying to pursue something, it's like, you know, because you don't want that regret.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want to think back like, man, you know, I still had enough energy that I could have kept pushing. I could have pushed through. What if I would have pushed through? What if I would have kept going?
Right.
Where would I be now? You know? And that's something I know I don't want. I don't want to look back like, man, I just stopped and just sat on the couch for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't continue to try to get to the next level and the next level. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody truly wants that, but some people give up a lot quicker than others and then realize later on that same person you started out with, well, they're doing it, but you didn't because you stopped.
Right.
You know, it's just they kept going and didn't give up. Even when they weren't doing at their best, they still kept going anyways.
Yeah. And this one actually ties back into entrepreneurship. Okay, so this says Brown's story encourages young entrepreneurs to pursue their passions fearlessly and bounce back from setbacks.
Yes.
I like that. Bounce back from setbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yeah.
Oh, it's like a good bounce back.
Right. That's it, y'all. So listen, y'all, we have made it through this episode of Quit for What. And I'm going to say I really enjoyed the stories.
Yeah.
Right. Especially as we know, we got the Olympics going on right now.
Yep.
And it's inspiring.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that, again, we can apply these stories to, you know, what we're dealing with or going through. We can look back and say, hey, you know, like, look, I was about to say, look back and say, hey, and then look mine and said, I made it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. That's what it's all about. At the end, you get to say that.
That's
I made it. I pushed through.
That's it. That's it. You got to think, you know, for real. Those athletes, once they got to the Olympics, I made it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
I mean, you want to win a medal, but man, and that initial,
the one you spoke about, she made it to. I'm assuming she was talking about the little thing you stand up on, like
the podium.
Yeah. Like she made it there. That was her end goal.
Yeah.
I don't care if I just got to stand there. Let me get on top of there.
But that's it, y'all. So we keep going till we can get to that point.
Yep.
You know, I made it. That's it. All right.
You all are Olympians.
That's it. Let's go.
We are all Olympians.
Yeah. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Exactly.
All that. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Listen, thank y'all so much. Everybody who tuned in, everybody who stayed on, everybody who made a comment. We greatly appreciate y'all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kim, you got anything you want to say to the people before we jump off?
You're Olympians.
There you go. That's it.
Okay. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't give up.
That is it, y'all. That is it. So I enjoyed this episode. Hope y'all did too. And don't forget, every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. EST, we are here, Quit for What? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm going to leave y'all with what I always leave y'all with, and that is to do what you got to do to make it happen. Don't give up. Quit for what? Until next time. Peace.